Let's start with Prince Harry's book, Spare. It outlined many of his cocaine, magic mushroom, and weed fueled antics. He was a party prince once, but lawyers for the Biden administration are insisting this is not really proof he took any drugs. A Washington think tank is suing the US to release the details of Harry's visa application, arguing it is of immense public interest. When applying for a visa, applicants must disclose their past drug use. Sources close to the Duke insist he answered truthfully. Kinsey, did he answer truthfully? Did he admit to this illicit drug use? Or is, as the Biden administration suggests, he made up all those details about taking cocaine and other drugs to sell books? It wasn't actually true.
Well, obviously the Biden administration didn't watch the many interviews he gave to promote this book, Rita. Remember when he sat down with that doctor and they got into the weird hallucinogenics that made him see the truth or whatever, however he described it at the time? Harry not only wrote about it in this book, but he's spoken about it in interviews I think that we might be one step closer to getting the answer. The Heritage Foundation said they were confident after the judge said that he was going to take a look at those papers and determine whether or not it was of value, and of value to the public, because it was only a few weeks ago that Prince Harry told Good Morning America that he was considering becoming a citizen. So if that's the case, American citizens do want to know, did he lie on his application? Did he get any special treatment because he's a prince? A judge might look at the information and say, you know what? Americans deserve to know the truth here.
If they do decide he lied on that application, he wasn't entirely forthcoming about his illicit drug use, what are the consequences? Is it a fine? Could he be deported? What could happen?
Realistically, he could be deported. That is what would happen to a typical Joe Schmo. However, he's Prince Harry. And this is the Biden administration who has gone out of their way to protect him. And so I would say worst case scenario, he could be deported. But is that a reality? Not with Joe Biden in the White House.
Well, it could be different with Donald Trump back in the White House, because he has said that he wouldn't protect Prince Harry. He's also had a swipe at the Biden administration for the way they've handled this issue. That's a scary prospect for Harry and Meghan. If he's not a citizen by the time Trump is back in the White House, if he is back in the White House, he could find himself deported.
That's right. Trump said, I wouldn't protect him. He betrayed the Queen. That's unforgivable. He said that Harry would be on his own if he were in charge, and that he believes that the Biden administration, and it sounds like Harry's family, has been far too gracious with Harry after some of his betrayals. It's interesting to me because Harry and Meghan refused to meet with Trump when Trump went to London to see the Queen. They made themselves unavailable. In a different instance, Harry thought he was talking to Greta Thunberg on the phone and was actually talking to YouTube pranksters, where he was insulting Trump. And then when you listen to some of the ideas he pitched to Spotify for his podcast that never came to fruition, one of them was a sit down with Trump. So the lack of self-awareness, the audacity these two have, it's just hilarious. So yeah, I'm with Trump. Figure it out yourself, Harry.